What's up, Everydub? Yeah, this is gonna be a fun stream today. I can't even talk. I had a few first words out of my mouth is all a flub and flub blah 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 blah. Look at everybody's already laughing at me. This is just how it goes. Yesterday, you guys were kicking my ass for being old too. I went back and looked at some of the comments when I was taking a break, and you guys were like pounding me out on the old man path. I'm like, I'm okay though. I'm good for that. I don't take any offense to it. It's actually pretty funny because I am old and I do forget and I do things and I can't talk like we just heard. Anyhow, welcome to the Avocado Show. It's a Saturday. Today is February 22nd and it is a makeup dono day. So no new dono boosts are going to be done today. If they come in today, they're going to have to wait until I come back in like 2.5, maybe 3 weeks. And and for those of you who are just watching this on YouTube and going, wow, why is he coming back in 2 or 3 weeks? Got a little procedure happening that I got to recover from afterwards. So, and it involves this particular area, so my ears are going to be messed up and everything. So that's why. But anyhow, usual suspects here, and I am going to get to some cheesy today. So I don't have to cut it off. I don't have to do a hard stop anything. So I'll probably take a little break like I do, and we'll continue on the cheesy wheezy. I am not using that phrase again, Rotten Soundgarden. Never going to happen. All right, guys. Also, before I go on, I want to thank the mods that are lurking in the background, which is Turnip. I think Snake might be lurking. And I know the AA is not here. 1AM's not here either. He's I don't know. I don't know where he is. 1AM's usually here, but 1AM didn't turn up. Patty Cakes has jokes. That was pretty good, I'd have to say. That was pretty good. Okay, so excuse me. You know what, Mason? I'm going to start with cheese. So why don't we do that? Let's start with just one pobre queso and then one queso fresco. So we're going to start with our wheel of cheese, guys. It's kind of fun. Everybody likes to gamble a little bit at the beginning. How about that? So let's start here. Remember what the rules are, guys. Nothing over 7 minutes on the wheel of cheese. If it's 7:01, it's an automatic punt, unless it's dead air time or something weird like that. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and see what we got here. Oh God, I'm sorry. Oof. Excuse me. We're going to start off with queso nuevo. And let's see what we got here. Wow, that's all we got here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there's Lover of Chili. We spinning it. Let's go. Who's here? Ha, 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 ha. One of our brand noobs. Lover of Chili. Are you still here, bro? I don't know. You could have parachuted out. Bye-bye, Lover of Chili. He bailed. Oh, well, that's okay. You won anyhow, man. So let's see what Lover of Chili would like. Oh, there he is. Lover of Chili. You won, man. It was a very small wheel, so, you know, the chances were good, and you got it. So let's see what we got here from Lover of Chili. Wants a band called, I think it's A Beacon School. Stand by. Let me open up the form to find out. And the name of this band is A Beacon School. That's the name of the band. The song is Middle of Winter. And the little message is here. My favorite band. Every song of theirs is so musically interesting. Always wanted to see your thoughts on something from them. Very underrated. Well, you won, Lover of Chili. So let's go. And let's see what this is all about. All right. Lover of Chili, what's the genre of the band? Ooh, a little microtonal stuff going on there. Maybe it's something that fell off of Radiohead's truck.
Love
get a lot of dream pop across the stream a lot. This is really nice. Yeah, I'm really digging the vibe on this, Mason. I would almost consider this kind of like a refined version of a shoegaze kind of vibe, just without all the distorted guitars, but with the beautiful ambience. Subtle guitar work in there that'll disappear once the rest of the stuff comes in, but it becomes an important part of the percussive element to the arrangement. I love that little TR-808 claps that were in there for a second. Loving starting the stream off like this. A lot of attention to detail to things that are reversing. There's a little taste of that homogeneous heap, if that's how you say it, or frou-frou kind of production too. That's what I'm pulling from this, and I really like that. I think a little bit of the frou-frou influence for me also hits with the vocals, the tone of her voice. Apparently this was released in 2023. Oh, there you go. Those 808 claps showing up every now and then with the delay. Right there. That's great. That's more of a nostalgic trigger for me. Oh, nice. They give us a classic fade. Lover of Chili, man, you just show up for the first time, you end up spinning the wheel of cheese and winning that and dropping this on us. What a great track, a great way to open the stream. I'm a real fan of this kind of music. These guys, Lover of Chili, these guys have heard me just go on about shoegaze because I just love that feeling. This, in that dream pop kind of way, like I said, just felt like a more super mellowed out version of shoegaze, I guess because they both have the same elements of lulling you in or lulling you into a state of mind with their ambient work. So, you know, obviously shoegaze could be more aggressive with darker guitar tones and stuff, whereas this one's a lot more ambient. And for me, that's just, you know, that's the vibe that I've been in for a long time in my life, is that kind of stuff. But not until I started these streams did I ever have exposure to bands like this. So thank you so much, man. That was great. I really appreciate it. And just for the folks, if you're not part of Discord, most of my friends here are, you know, we have a section of that where anything I do here gets logged in over there. But if you haven't, just for shits, let me put this right here for you. Here's the link to that track right there. So anyhow, yes. Anyhow, welcome, lover of Chile, and congratulations on your win here. All right, so let's go ahead and do queso pobre. That is the very thin, slicey, cheesy slices. So let's see what we got here. Let's see if we have a lot of people in on this. Not too bad. Not too bad. But can you see your name? If you can see your name, I can see your name. Yeah, it's only one suggestion per stream, but that's okay. That means you got to come back. Okay, here we go. Ready? Spin. Oh, almost on the skeepy. Who do we have here? Silly Slippery Snake. That could be I'm a Snake's nephew or cousin or something. This is Silly Slippery Snake. Let's see what Silly Slippery Snake wants. Okay, Silly Slippery Snake would like us to listen to some anime. The anime is called Parasyte. And let's see what the track is here. The track is... Oops. God dang it. I blew it. Standby. Job opening. Here it is. The name of the track is Black Nail. So a silly slippery snake may not be here. You'll have to get it on the VOD. And here we go. All right. Uh-oh, synthwave. Here we go. Ooh, this could be aggro synthwave. Trippy stuff. Oh, I love that corny drum beat. That's not a ding on the track, you know if you know. God, that kick sample. With the embedded white noise. Only three things going on here outside of the percussion. Hey, SB. You like that pattern? This was an anime, right, you guys? I forgot. Somebody give me the premise of the anime. Like era. Is it detective? Is it... slow attack on the... So, Judgment, you're saying it's a story about the world as we know it today. What a unique tone, that fried keyboard stab to use for the core of the arrangement. So Mason, you're saying it's politics. It's the story of a politician. This is a long piece though, so maybe it's an extension of a scene. Cue. Oh, this is a super grindy track, that's for sure. I mean, but that's by virtue of the intense decisions of the synths the composer's using. It's such a brutal, stabby, grindy synth patch. Yes, it's true EDM in its gnarliest form. But like I said earlier, the whole track, everything that this guy used in the track all had really over-the-top sounded kind of waveform, darkness and grittiness to it, and just kind of. And I guess apparently it's supposed to be. Somebody said that this is an area where there's some viciousness going on, so it kind of plays into the weird, irky-looking character and whatever might be happening in the background. I'm feeling something like that. Okay, guys, that ends our cheesy. So let's get into our donos. I gotta hit this running. And first coming up is going to be Misty Souls 2. Misty Souls 2. How are you? We are doing a song called Evangelion 3+1. The name of the song is This Is the Dream. And the message is composed by Shiro Sagisu. And the London Symphonic. Oh, we got orchestral stuff, guys. We're going to be watching it. Big time. That's going to be some pretty crazy. Are you guys ready? I'm down for this for sure. Let's go. Live music? Let's go. Oh. I mean, I thought it was a live performance, but still. Could be like a build-up to battle thing. real nice. I like how the snare and the double bass are doing what they're doing against the cello and the horn section. Even though it's not in 3/4, it has a pirate-esque vibe to it. Oh, check that out. There's a little bit of punchy, distorted guitar back there. I mean, definitely stems integrated with this mix. A little bit of Halo. Uh-oh, Herb Albert snuck in. A little bit of sound design. Now we're punching up with the guitar. I understand bringing that in. But this lead definitely changes the musical storyline. It's kind of a clean distortion, more of an overdrive. That would be a very expensive fly swap. It's a very unique mix. Okay, this is getting the fade out. Super unique mix on this. Like in that last area where the solo was going off, there was enough room, I think, to kind of push a little support on the strings up there and just kind of beef it up a little bit. There was definitely, I guess, this was the London Philharmonic, I guess. Isn't that what it said in the description? So apparently they had probably a smaller section from the Philharmonic filling in the existing stems, perhaps, because the tom-toms, the driving bum bum sounded like it may have been percussion, generated from like a stylus or one of those drum modules kind of things. But yeah, it was a warmer mix than I would have anticipated for a really kind of go for it kind of track where I thought it would have been a little more punchy and a little more brighter. And the solo did kind of catch me off guard a little bit. I was kind of in a flow with it being hybrid stems with the orchestra. When the solo came in, it still sounded good, but even the tone of the guitar, I was like, they didn't milk it a little bit. They didn't add any delay, or they didn't put a reverb on it to give it a little bit more of an emotion to it, as far as ambience and stuff. But it was a really nice track, very mellow track for me. When I saw the Philharmonic or the Symphony of the London guys, I was like, oh, but still, a very nice track. I do say so my damn self. Next up, Lateral Tap. Our friend Lateral Tap wants us to listen from a band that I'm familiar with, War. And the name of this track is All Day Music. War, best known for their 1975 song Lowrider, is an R&B and progressive soul band from Long Beach, California. All Day Music is the title track from their 1971 album All Day Music. But they did something else. Didn't they do Cisco Kid? Like Cisco Kid was a friend of mine, which kind of like it was the same kind of vibe as also Lowrider. They kind of stayed nice in that nice. I don't know if it was on the same album, but yeah, that's what I remember. Okay, Lateral Tap. First of all, you're here. How's it? Here we go. Oh, live those congas in the room. It's like a sexy spaghetti western.
Music is what we like to play. Yeah, yeah. All day, all day, all day, all day.
Nice. Oh my God, that mono spring reverb back there. That's bright. That's killer. I'm thinking analog 16 track on this, guys.
To soothe your mind, yeah.
Oh, a little soft little jazz organ there with the vibes. You know what's unique about this too is that I don't know if it's because the drummer might be left-handed or something, but the floor toms are ending up on the right on the right can. You know if you know.
All day, all day, all day, all day. To soothe your soul, yeah.
No Frisian. This kind of reminds me of the era too when you had extra channels to mess with. So this has got to be an organ overdub because we have the other organ pads here while all that work was going. had a great duo out here called Cecile and Capuno, and this was the kind of music they sang, you know, Hawaiian style. Love this track, man. Yeah, I mean, Amon, that was the thing that I, you know, when I'm listening to it, it's like super clean separation, but I think that's because also there wasn't just this over focus on blending. Like when I was said earlier in there, I was saying, yeah, just like they had extra tracks. Go, oh, let's see what happens when we add this over here. And they left it pretty much as is. So there wasn't a lot of trickery going around there, you know. I noticed that also the room mic for the congas actually, like maybe it was a two split, you know. Like one mic was over the congas and the other mic was ambient, because I was hearing more of the ambient aspect of it here on this side. But that whole track is all 100% feel. You know, the vibe of the musicianship, the playing, the singing. It was like everybody got together and just, you know, took a heroic dose off of one of the machines, pulled a nugget, got all like, hey, everybody, let's pick up our instruments and go. And it sounded like that, and it felt like that. That's the joy of some of that old music, you know? That's what I'm talking about. Anybody agree with me? It almost sounds like it could have been recorded all in one room, you know? All right, next up, A Coral Reefer. What do we got here for A Coral Reefer? Excuse me for a second. I'm having a moment. Because I'm old. Remember? You guys were making fun of me? I'm old, so I'm having a moment. So this one that says, got a drum and bass track for you today. It's quite bass heavy and fast paced. Each artist has their own type of beats. I wonder if you can pick it out. Oh, all right. Well, here we go, guys. This is from A Coral Reefer. This is called Sub Focus. And, oh, I clicked it too much. It's these guys. Sub Focus and Metrik. And this track is called Trip, VIP version. Oh, we're slowly speeding up a little bit, it feels like. Like this. This pulls. Nice. Great production dynamics. That arrangement.
Come with me on this journey, where each experience creates shapes full of sound and light.
Wow, this is a great track. There's that combo. Remember, I told you guys about that combo. Dun, 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 dun. Makes it mysterious. Snow in Australia, it makes it very Phrygian. Right, Amon? It's like it doesn't freeze you and rip over something like this. I'm waiting for the da 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 da. I want to hear da da. The rhythmical arrangement of that. Dun, 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 dun. Beautiful.
Will you trust in the unknown? Will you trust in the unknown?
This guy deserves more than 3,100 views. Or listens. For a second there, I thought he was going to do like cut time. This would be badass in cut time, wouldn't it? God, it's so well done, man. This is a totally different kind of drum and bass track than I've ever heard. I think there was a really super unique focus on a lot of things that were ambient and ethereal in the arrangements and stuff. A lot of stuff floating and flying around out there. And I also like the fact that the drums weren't overly aggressive in the mix. That's just like my takeaway on it. But I really pumped on this track. I put it on my playlist and I listen to while I'm recovering and stuff. I'm aghast of words. I'm tripping over my mouth right now, but that's because there's still so much of that track is still marinating in my head. You know, and it could have gone on still another 5 minutes and I wouldn't have been bothered by that if it would have just continued on. But now you got to pick up the needle and put it back. Remember the old days. Whoop, I want to listen to that again. Whoop, I want to listen to that again. But I thought it was a fantastic track. I don't know about you guys, but I was fully pumped. I'm on it. I was on it. We're on it. You're on it. Now it's done. Hana ukulele. Dixon. Dixon's 465. You're up now. We are going to be doing a band called Bill Wurtz. It's an artist. Bill Wurtz. Hey, Dixon, how are you? Kind of lurking around in the back there. Good to see you. So no real message here. So Dixon, while I start this, why don't you tell us what this track is about? Let's go.
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
What? Did I just get rickrolled? What? Did I just get completely shanked? Did I get digi-shanked? Did I get social media shanked? Oh my God. That That could have been my most authentic reaction ever. Thousands of tracks of music, everything. That had to have been my most authentic reaction ever. And by the looks of it, look at you guys, you're just tearing it up here in the chat. I've never seen the chat blow up so fast in my life with happy, laughy faces as the old man gets rickrolled. Holy crap. Yeah, I got to break down the lyrics. Hang on, let's do this again.
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Oh, my Quado. Yeah, man, that was it. That did it. Thank you very much. That did it. I don't know what to say. What I liked about that, what I truly liked about that, was the little piano end at that just kind of, you know, he came in, you know, standing on business strictly, kind of like spoken word, and then at the very end, gives us a little bit of a melody with a nice little cadence there, but there was the nice little piano riff at the end that kind of closed it nicely for us. Jesus Christ. No, it wasn't Phrygian. It was Bill Wurtzian. Jesus Christ, that was the best, dude. You got me. I'm gonna clip this out, and that's gonna be like the reaction of all time there. I'm gonna clip this out. I'm gonna put it on maybe even the Decomposer Lounge, because I'm coming into it like all like, oh, I don't know who this is. All right, great, this would be Bill Wurtz, and you got me, brah. Hats off to you, man. You killed it. I'm dying. I almost had an asthma attack and Quado popped out. God dang. Hey. Jeez. Ginger! How have you been? Haven't seen you for a while. Let's go ahead and kick it and listen to some music, which you guys are still laughing. 1 a.m., is that your sign for see you later? You're digging out? Is that what that is? He comes in, he leaves, he comes in, he leaves, but the fanana, ba la la. Or is that a how's it? Back and forth. I don't know. I can't read. Oh, hi. Sorry. I'm old. You know, keeping up with all the emojis and stuff. I'm still a petroglyph guy, you know, so I'm kind of tick, 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 tick. All right, guys. Ginger wants us to listen to a track called Cymphoni. Cymphoni. So I'm thinking maybe it's a symphony made out of synths, or maybe it's a story about, because there's no message here. Oh, wait. You did have me play one of these tracks before. I guess it's called Wurtz, something like that. Guys, let's go. I don't know if I'm going to ever be able to recover from the Bill Wurtz video. I'm sure this will do it. I'm dying. Okay. Sorry, I muted to blow my nose. I forgot. these guys are masters of this ambient ethereal stuff that I can wrap my head around listening, but as a composer, I'm like, oh, there's the 177. Okay. I love how the drums don't intrude on the established vibe that's set up, even now. So badass. Guys, I really think I'm becoming like a true fan of this style of music. A couple tracks we've heard today on the stream, and funny enough, especially that, what's it called? Pop Dream? Popsicle? Or something, that dreamy stuff. I love the bass on this. Sustained, and it sounds like it's monophonic. I wonder if those are handcrafted arpeggiations that they're building inside the modules. Yeah, no two ways about it, Rotten Soundgarden. This and shoegaze is going to be on my recovery playlist, because I'll be tripping on Oxy for a minute. Nice production change here. I like that. Oop, he straightened it out there. Nice filter sweep here. Atmospheric drum and bass, huh? I love the production break this guy takes right here. like that. It gives you little hints of like coming out. There's a lot of volume automation going on in these tracks too. Here we go. The big build-up. Coming back. So many nice little tasteful. There we go. Let's bring it. See, roadkill, that's the thing right there. What you just said. That's what I'm loving about this. The fact that it's not jarring, you know? The dynamics. That was a good call. Yeah, beep beep. I mean, he could have actually kept going on that for a minute as well. You know? Uh-oh. My system just flickered. I love the bass. These are all whole note basses pretty much. Of all things too, the bass is usually that thing that gives it that little extra spicy bit of rhythmic value. In this case, it's polar opposite rhythmically compared to the rest of the tracks. But it holds this bottom part of you right here, you know? Nice changes too. This whole thing is also giving you kind of a positive lift, like glide, you know, in the journey. Oh, liquid D&B, that's another way to call it. I like that too. Oh, I love this. Oh, I'm going to listen to this before surgery. I know, right? If Lisa was here, she'd be spewing, giving us the full specs on this as well. This is great. This is great for a night ride, Jappy, but for me at my age, I might fall asleep, creak into a telephone pole, because it's so well written. It puts you in such a zone. Totally, Dixon. Just as the anesthesia kicks in, that's what I should be popping off there. What a great freaking track. I love that so much. I mean, I've talked over the whole top of it pretty much the whole time, but with my opinion, I don't have much to add to it. But man, I loved that track. I put it on my playlist. That's why I thought my thing had flickered and dickered. But I thought it was fantastic. I loved so far we've been doing that. This has been that journey here, so damn. All right, what's next? And thank you very much. That was kind. That was the kind dono, brah. Okay. Let me see. Let me look for another track. In the meantime, let me give you a joke. How about if I give you guys a joke while I check for my next track here? Let's see. What does a robot do after a one-night stand? It nuts and bolts. Okay, anyhow, so we just go ahead and see what I got going on here. I'm sorry. Sorry. Ban. Sorry. Mopad. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Okay, next up is the driver. All right, the driver wants us to listen to a band called... let me see here. Let's get us on to another subject matter. I'm sorry, not sorry. This next one. Ooh, this might be really nice. I think we're in for some live music here, guys. And from Australia. Where is our Australian representation here? Anybody in Australia? I mean, because our usual suspects haven't checked in yet. The name of this band or whatever, artist or this composition performance is Flight Facilities, Owl Eyes, Melbourne Symphony Orchestra. And the name of... Oh, it's Claire de Lune. Oh, God, this is such a beautiful track. Wait a second, but the message is no. This isn't to cover the piece by Claude Debussy. Oh, man. Okay, well, so... This, in fact, is another song from the same concert I donoed a few weeks ago. The normal album version of this track is very chill and contemplative. It's that word. But I find the live version to be a bit more grand sounding thanks to the orchestra. That said, the orchestra isn't really doing anything complicated, but they help invoke a sense of triumph, especially towards the end of the song. Well, the driver, thank you so much for that. And that's when orchestras do their best work. It's not when they're kicking ass. And yeah, it is the driver, but I'm not going to be able to do my stream for another 2.5 weeks. So should I wait 2.5 weeks? Is that what you guys are telling me? Judgment? I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. Should I just do it? Where's the driver? Somebody knock on his door, please. Okay, I'll do it later in the stream. If that's the case, fine. Fine. I'm flexible. I can do it. I'm good with that. You guys know me. Next up then is Code Echo Music. Okay, you want to write these things. Driver is driving. Okay. So Code Echo Music. Hey, there you are. That's you, Ming. You're up. Is this your first time hanging out with us and doing a little dono boosty dono? Let's see what we got going over here. Thank you for coming on in here and appreciate that as well. So the name... Wait, is this you? Dudamus, this is great. Oh, you're one of my YouTube viewers, even well. Welcome. So this is what I love about what we do here on Twitch is a lot of times artists will come by and play their own stuff. So guys, check this out. Code Echo here, who I'm listening to his music, and he's here with us in the chat, is actually, we're going to listen to some of his music. And I really like that, because I know that's can be a little trippy for an artist to play music. In front of me, it's no big deal. I'm always very positive, and I love listening to music. But then when you have other people out there, that's that thing, it's that thing. And so I'm very humbled that you ask that this is what we do for you. Okay, so let me see. His message is, this is an original instrumental progressive rock piece featuring piano from Richard Blumenthal of the band's Aviations. Oh, Aviations and Blumens. All right. Looking forward to this. All right, guys, everybody, making it official. This is Code Echo and that was nice and official. And the song with the This is Code Official song. Let's go. Bruh, first of all, how clean is that guitar tone? Bitchin' right hand, man. Ooh, who's playing the bass, bro? Drummer's got some great little chops going in there. Love the hi-hat work he has on there as well. Ooh. You sneaking a little organ back there? No, but I'm serious. I could have swore I thought a little bit of an organ pad back there at some point. I don't know where it was. God, you took us in this really great jazzy fusion spot right there. Oh shit, that was it? Bruh, I was so into it. Congratulations. What an absolutely beautiful piece of performed and produced music. That was absolutely beautiful. Your technique and everything there, the tone of your guitar. This whole thing, I'm much more of a composer than I am a musician, but I have an infinity for the kind of hours and woodshedding that it takes to perfect that. There's zero room for error in any of that stuff. No fret buzzing, nothing of that nature, let alone the fact that as you're playing it as well, there is this, you know, like that when you smile and you're playing it, you know, that really translate through in the performance. Your bass player's tone and playing, everybody who was in there was just phenomenal. I love that little turn in the arrangement that got more jazzy, if you would. So is this you writing the piece through and through, or are you guys getting together and kind of working parts out? I thought it was just absolutely wonderful. And I'm so glad that you brought this for us. A lot of folks here, actually. Guys, let me give this to you right here. I'm going to give you the link to his track. There you go. I am subscribing to him. Give me a second. I want to subscribe. Stand by. I'm going into subscriber mode here. Boom, 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 boom. And there we go there. And I am now subscribed, dude. Wow. Yes, sirree. Thank you so much, Code Echo. That was absolutely incredible. But seriously, though, that wasn't a joke that I was saying. Was there like, at one point, was there an organ pad there? I could have swore I felt like I heard maybe 3 or 4 bars of something that happened. And that's why I said what I said when I go, sneaking in a little organ, are you? Because it sounded like it was just a momentary little, you know, kind of a move there. Oh, it got engineered in there. Okay, so it wasn't my head. I was, I was listening very intently. So you wrote the piece on both. I wrote the full, both guitars. I mean, the drums were done by Mickey from the event Animate. Oh, I see. So you guys came in and so they added their own, obviously with their own musicianship, they added their own arrangements or embellished based on their skill set as musicians as well. Dude, full stop. Congratulations. What a wonderful piece of music. I wish you all the best of success on this. And that did sound phenomenal. And I'm sure you got yourselves a few more fans here because that's what it said here. So, whew, that was great. I'm nice and buzzed for you there, for myself. I think for me, though, just... I wish I became a little better of a guitar player. I think I would have had more time instead of thinking about girls and surfing in between my composing life. But I really have to say one more time, and I'm kind of fanboying over your technique. Just hats off to that incredibly clean sound and the tapping that you were doing. Hats off to that, man. Okay. Yes, please. And when you get more music, don't forget to drop by here. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Continuing on. The next one is Mawpaw. Mawpaw, are you here, Mawpaw? Mawpaw. Let's see what Mawpaw wants. Oh, we're doing some Infected Mushroom. Maybe I should call Erez and tell him that we're doing some of his music. Because, you guys know, he bumped into me here in Hawaii. He's my best friend. No, we took a picture and we said hi to each other. Okay. Let's see what we got here. This is Infected Mushrooms. The name of the track is Zound. And of course, Mawpaw is saying, have a nice day to everybody. And then he says, listening to the last Infected Mushroom track with everyone reminded me of how freaking good this album is. Had to send another one. All right, guys, here we go. Here's some Infected Mushrooms. Let's go. Okay, that's trippy. You had to have eaten a couple ounces of infected mushrooms to get that idea. Sorry about that. This is like the lighter hand of Infected Mushroom. It's almost like the psilocybin hilarious side of them in their composing. Yeah, ragtime acid. That's a good one. This is great, man. But out of all the Infected Mushrooms that I've ever listened to, this without a doubt is probably the most playful. And still sticking to the authenticity of their lunacy and creativity in the sounds that they choose. Very bungle. Just a digital bungle. And I said bungle, not bunghole. It does. That's what it does. Like that thumbnail is perfect, or this video, it does yanks your brain in all different like. Yeah, I like the background arrangements, the vocals, the synth or the sampley. Well, like I said, this track was. It sounds like it was purposely constructed to be kind of a game breaker in the album, I guess you would. Kind of shift your brain cells into more of a kind of like Three Ring Circus or House of Horrors kind of. When you walk through the mirrored house and stuff, whatever. I don't know what they call that in a circus or whatever, but kind of that kind of game breaker, game changer, game breaker in a series of songs. Is to throw this in there. It's like saying. What happened to these guys during this? A fun house, thank you. Very fun house. But yeah, that's totally what it was. I think that. Thank you very much for that, Ginger. That just nails it. So it was epic fun house, and it really puts you on it. Along with the video too, and what Amon said earlier, like it keeps on pulling it for different directions and stuff like that. It was a very Jello head kind of vibe. All right, let's go to the next track. And thank you for that, Ma Paul. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I got stuck. That's right, I'm going past the driver. We're not going to do the driver's dinghy. Next up is Juppy. Juppy, are you still here, Juppy? Okay, let me see what Juppy wants here. Juppy would like us... Oh, we're going to continue on the electronic mission, guys. Juppy would like us to keep up with the tracker music from yesterday. Here's another one. Jeroen Tel is the most known as a Commodore 64 video game composer. Later, he made countless tunes and mod trackers, also for music competitions. Oh, wow, okay. So, is Juppy still here? Where's Juppy? Are you here? No, I don't know. I was going to ask him if this was the same composer. Is this, Juppy, there you are. Is this the same composer that we heard yesterday? That tracker, oh, it is. I think, yeah, maybe. I'm not too sure. Let's find out together. Let's do this. All right. Different composer. Got you. Thank you. All right. Let's do this for Juppy. same software. This, but the sound of the style of the composition reminds me of something that, like a track like this would be like in like Hot Dog the movie. You guys ever saw that about the ski bums? That's the faces I'd be making trying to play that. Yeah, you're right. This had that Herbie. There is a bit of a Herbie Hancock thing going in there, just without the double time of the drum, or what the pseudo hi-hat is doing in its time, 30 seconds. Oh, sorry, 16ths. Go. I like that he's keeping us hooked in on that phrasing. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. I was getting really into it. I was bouncing all through and through. Obviously, a completely different style than the other composer on the track we listened to yesterday. But I'm really curious about this this software. Was this software native for just DOS games or something like that, or something of that nature? Like, was it available to the public or something that was built into a particular system? It's very unique, and what I find very unique is the automation of the position of the tones. In other words, the far right box here, as it's moving around, it's like it's indicating where that sound is kind of drifting, or it's automated to drift in and out, left and right kind of thing. Something like that. I don't know. But that's some trippy software that I'm looking at there. Like really super old school, like Atari 1040 ST-ish. Oh, they are DAWs. Formats. Ah, gotcha. I guess I was... I don't know where I just never heard of it. I think at that point I was already Mark of the Unicorn software and stuff, upgrades from the Atari 1040s. But anyhow, yeah, briefly, I'm sorry. Who was it that I was? I think it's. Hang on for a second. Retro. Yes, I did pull the list by accident. I should not have pulled the list. Can somebody repin the list up there? Because people also get to put in for the Wheel of Cheese. So I don't know how I did that or what I did wrong there, but I made the boo-boo. You still have your Atari 1040 SD, bro? Oh my God, please. Put it in a nice glass cabinet somewhere. You know? Put it in a nice, cabinet. That's just crazy. Mod plug tracker as well, huh? How cool. All right, let's continue on. Next up is, let's see, Doc Doom. Doc Doom, is you in the house? Doc Doom wants us to listen to a band called... Oh, I've done these guys over on the Decomposer Lounge. It's I can never say this name either. Doc Doomy, there he is. He's lurking. This is your song, my brother. So this is Vildhjarta. Name of the song is Dagger. But I have done music from this band on the Decomposer Lounge. Okay, guys, I think this might be one of our first super banging tracks. If I recall, the band is a Bone Crusher. This band needs no introduction besides simply Thal. Okay, fine. Here's some Thal. Dark misery metal. Is there a real definition of Thal? Like, is that an abbreviation for something, or is that what this particular style is? The sound design tones the guitar player gets. Great production shift right there. Caught me off guard. Almost had a jump scare. Unreal. I think sometime at some point, Disney or Pixar needs to put a track like this in one of their movies. You know, like when the Wicked Witch shows up or something. Or Warlock. Wow. They tricked me. Jeez. What a hell of a track. If you know, I've had a lot of people on the Decomposer Lounge when I would say gent, they'd say no, it's more like Thal, and I didn't know if that was like a call out to, you know, another band or a particular artist or a guitar player, but apparently, as I've learned, it's a genre. But from what I recall, are definitely using this then as a point of reference, is that the change-ups they do in there are really super dynamic, going from not only the clean, you know, the turnarounds from going dark to clean in guitar tones and chilling out. That's kind of a muscled dynamic, you know. In other words, not so much out of the box to bring in the change up in the vibe. But I think what makes it unique with that is that I guess this Thal genre has these unique tones to the guitars. And one thing that struck me is just like, how the frick do they do that? Actually, two things. One is going to be the different soundscape style elements they get out of their guitars when there's kind of like a pseudo harmonic screechy sweep that'll happen, you know, or string noise or something that's percussively part of the arrangement. But the other thing that I can't duplicate it. I'm not that good of a guitar player, but I do have my 7-string, so I'll drop it down to like C, and I'll try to do that like 0, which is like the open C, and then some kind of like you know. So in this case, it was like, even in this song, it was dun dun. Well, it's an octave lower. Dun was their lowest note, but it was like dun 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 dun. You know, so the bite of the percussiveness of it gets that 0, you know, and maybe that's where the kick is going on. But those other notes that you played, it's like I can't freaking do that without getting all this extra dirt and noise from the strings. That's because I suck at muting. How ironic, right? Anyhow, I just love the fact that that's an ability they can achieve. This was a great song. This was called Dagger. I forgot to say that early on. So thank you very much, Doc Doom. I love that. That was epic. Appreciate it. How you doing, by the way? Okay, next up is actually Nex 794. Next 794 would like us to check out. Oh, we're going to get into some Pokemon. Let's go with Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. There's no description here, so I'm sure this is a super cool track. Look at that. Only here can we go from Thal to Pokemon. I'm just saying. I like this. Why don't I recognize the Pokemon character? Is this a special release or something? This is well done. I'm loving this. That's really nice. Who's this composer? Doesn't say who the composer is. Somebody help me. Oh, there's got to be some more music. It says 155. Was that it? Oh, boo to the who. That was badass. I loved it. Hitomi Sato. That was so badass. And it was badass glitchy. You know, and I think that's what made it really, really super sick, is that extremely musical, but it was glitchy. And so I guess Hitomi Sato and Junichi Masuda, I don't know exactly on what it was they produced this track, but apparently it's at least, I don't know, I can't tell what year it was done. It doesn't tell me either, but still within an era of having more decent sounds. And it's what I've talked about before, is these composers, they hang on to these sounds and stuff because it's so nostalgic, you know. So but musically, it's really great counter arrangements and melodic, like answer call-ish things happen, and the other line is coming up, and the other line was that was jamming. I just wish we could have hit it again. You know, I'm just saying. I'm gonna play it again. Shut up, Jeeps. Let me play it again. I'm seriously. I'm gonna play it again because I really dug it. Nice chord. Nice little melody. You sing it in the back with that cheesy, whizzy synthy. That's so well done. There's a little bit of bass piano there that sneaks through it. Oh, there's the piano now. It's going to take over more. Yeah, this is just like one of those. To me, a track like this affects me in a way, the way I'm listening to it. I don't know what the game's like. I don't know how it plays, but it was almost like when I first heard Mario, you know, the game back in the 80s, jumping up and down on the pipes, setting the mushrooms and the turtles and stuff. And I was like, who in the wrote these tracks? Are phenomenal. Like, I'd be listening to that cycle. If that was just the fade point, I'd be listening to that, just keep on going. And in my head, I'd be too busy listening to the arrangement and then probably get eaten up by the game and stuff. According to the soundtrack release of this game, Ichinose was the composer and arranger. Okay, thanks, Ginger. Woof. What a woof woof. A woof. Okay, let's continue on. Great Sage Sun. Great Sage Sun. Here we go. Oh, we're going to be doing some metal, guys. You ready for some metal? We got some metal. Okay, this is, the band is, oh, did we do one from them earlier this week? Ad Infinitum. Something like that. The name of the track is Somewhere Better. Yes, sirree. Great Sage Sun, where is you? Is you be here? If not, we be playing your music. Here we go. Oh, we did one on the last stream. Okay. Oh, it was that lady singer. Nice supportive arpeggiation and synth arrangements to establish the ethereal ambient vibe.
Sometimes it feels better to know. We ignite, still driven
To the left is hanging for a beat, like that.
on the horns for someone brighter. Pull me back now, driven to the dying day. Create a new somewhere better. Promise of the light, like 1,000 suns inside my broken heart. I can see through your eyes and embrace the flame.
Super melodic, man.
Guides me through
At least in the second verse, they gave us a little bit more of the guitar support than in the first verse.
the tides. I know that I need to find to grow. We ignite, still driven wide awake.
Still with the ballsy guitar and the hook, but they're a little conservative on the mix, so this definitely is going to have a much broader appeal, audience-wise, without losing the integrity of the metal. I'm still feeling there's going to be a badass drop or something coming soon. This is great, this section.
We ignite, still driven wide awake. On the horns for someone brighter.
No, there's definitely layered harmonizing going on there.
Driven to the dying day.
It's subtle, but it's there. That sounded great.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
That sounded fantastic. I think this is now. I don't know, guys. You got to help me with this. Would this be called mellowcore? Why do I think I heard something with the word mellow once, but it still kept the power of the core and the metal or something, or mellow death? I don't know. It's so confusing for me sometimes when you get these bands like this that produce such wonderful mellow death. Okay. That produce these wonderfully melodic tracks, with great singing like this. And in this case, the other track I think we did yesterday or before, she broke out into a tone where she got down into the dirt with the full growling, rip shredded singing or vocalization. In this case, it was clean through and through. And it sounded like the mix was slightly tame when it came to guitar. I think I was actually waiting for like a full-on, breakdown of sorts, where she was going to get into that darker thing, but she kept this thing in a really super killer glide, and this was definitely an overdrive on the ambient and ethereal tones throughout the whole track. Be it guitar, even some of the guitar work, it just had these long delays, just washy delays on it and stuff like that. So, nice track. Oh, SB's in the house. Doo-doo-doo-doo. How are you, SB? SB's going to be lurking. Okay, what's next? Next up is going to be the writer Wurtz studio. Oh, sorry, it keeps on abbreviating for me. I'm such a goofball-ish. Okay, so the writer Wolf Studios wants us to check out some Starset. There you are. Sorry, bro. It's so funny because it stops on the form just after the D. So it's like the writer Wolf Stud. Blah, blah. So we're going to be listening to some Starset. Oh, we like Starset here. We have a big fan of Starset that does drop by and run us up the flagpole quite a few times. So this one is called Gravity of You. Funny thing, though, the writer Wolf's Studios, the stud thing. I was doing a session. I was doing some writing for in the 90s for, what was it? Men in Black, the cartoons for Saturday morning. And so I would have my horn section. And it would be played over stems. So I'd have to do the things. And then there was this really incredibly talented wind and horn player, Joe Cipriano. And he was in the session, and we had two French horn players. And when I printed out the French horn player, it abbreviated it. And it was so funny because the French horn player, one of them was a lady, and she goes, "I got to take this. Can I take this copy?" I go, "Yeah, sure," because it was just some whole notes and stuff. Because it abbreviated it as French ho instead of French horn. I'm just dying. That's what the way I hit Control P and printed it out. It just came out as the part was French ho. So she was like, "I got to take this." I go, "Yeah, sure." We all had a good hard laugh for a good 5 minutes. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, totally. I swear to God, I shit you not. Key of Weebs. That's it. The French ho. That was just hilarious. Alrighty. As a matter of fact, I think that was the last session I worked too. I don't know. I was a little ornery, punky composer then. I think I said something wrong to somebody that day. I never got called back to work on the show again. That's okay. Maybe I just sucked at it. Okay, let's go. Oh, I've just drifted all the way from the Writer Wolf Studios request, just to have a little bit of a side joke. We're going to go back into it. Let's get into Starset. The name of the track is Gravity of You. All right. Hello. I hit the button. What's going on? On a ukulele. All right, here we go. What the hell? Sorry, I didn't mean to jump scare you. I just played that. Oh, no. Wait a second. Did I blow it on my clipboard? Stand by. Oh, no, here we go. God. Sorry, dude.
There's a silent scene. There's a machine arrives here. I feel it pulling me. I feel the past inside. I hear it calling me. You can come alive. I hear it beckoning until I am inside.
I love how the power of the guitar is really focused on the lower spectrum of the tones. So it leaves a lot of tones open in the top range to handle some of those other arrangements up there, and his voice. Very bottom heavy.
I see the empty dreams race across the sky here. I see energy streams where the ashes lie here.
I like that synth placement, really dark synthy right here.
When all the hope is dying here, it's boring holes in me, enough to get inside. Riding horizon, falling into you, feel the best of Titan. I feel it blowing through, a new world is breaking.
when the darker or the more grittier voice comes in, I don't know why, but it's giving me a little bit of Chester vocal vibes. If that's the right singer, I think a Linkin Park kind of vibe. I don't know why. Really focusing on that synthy.
To find a star is to be nothingness. To escape is to be empty. Falling to the star and then we won't exist.
Super digi-crafting in the engineering.
Into the nothing. To find the star is to be nothingness. To escape is to be empty. Falling to the star and then we won't exist. To escape into the nothing.
There's little orchestral elements happening in the back, but it's all synthy. But the way they're arranged, it could be very easily translated into an orchestral. Yeah, that's a good call, a Breaking Benjamin vibe as well. Is there more here? Yeah, there's more. This is trippy. Sounds like this would be perfect in the video game Soma. Listen to me like I'm a gamer. No, but seriously, isn't this got a Soma vibe? I guess that was the outro. Yeah, full on exploring the space vibe. This was a really solid track. I think one of the things that I had mentioned earlier was, and if you weren't with me on that stream a couple streams ago when I was talking about the technical aspects of music in composition in metal, especially in probably the last 15 years, that there is, what I learned about that video that I put out on the Decomposer Lounge, which was just an opinion about, quote unquote, the over-processing potential of metal music, is what I learned through the comments is that there are specific genres where that's a thing. You know, not every metal, I also know well enough to say not every heavy metal band has these sounds, but yet it just seemed that the newer things that were coming out were beginning to kind of sound alike because one becomes really successful with the sound, and then record companies or whatever, they kind of, oh, let's do it like this. This is a big hit, and they're using this kind of, you know, another very powerful band that I listen to on the Decomposer Lounge that has the same kind of focus on intense and diverse editing techniques and blending of synth with stuff is what's the name of that Ronnie Rannick Rodney Rannick I guess he's very divisive, or very, not divisive, he's very controversial, and so like that is an intensely focus on producing an engineering thing here. This particular track, like I said, the voice kind of reminded me a little bit of the guy from Linkin Park in certain parts and power of it. And I really did enjoy the back and forth, you know, a little bit between the metal and the EDM vibes and the engineering, the choice of tones or sounds they were using in their arrangements. What's everyone saying? Falling in reverse. Right. Yeah, they're pretty controversial. from what I understand. Yes, Chester Bennington was. There was a couple times where I kind of felt like I got a little bit of an adjacent vibe. I think maybe in some of his longer notes kind of thing. So, yeah, I was kind of listening. There was a little bit of that in the tone there. But it was, when I'm listening to it, especially truth be told, when I'm listening to a track like this, I do get a little distracted, not in a negative way, but because there's so much happening that when I'm putting my ears into it, I'm like, oh, what did they? Oh, they just did this. Oh, what a trip! How did they? Oh, then that's muted. Oh, but then when that starts to take over on my thinking pattern when I'm listening to music, it's not a bad thing. It's just a busy thing. So sometimes I'll miss out on the melody and stuff because my brain goes, it gets all AI'd, the AI decomposer lounge. So, oh really? Behemoth? If it sounds too perfect. That's funny. I'd like to actually, I'm still in, I haven't done interviews for a year and a half. I'm not that good at them. I talk too much. Does that surprise you guys? But I haven't done one. I was supposed to do one with, Austin Wintory. And, but it would be nice to actually talk to one of the musicians of one of the bigger, more successful bands about that fine line between we're still sounding, oh, now we're starting to get a little too perfect, that kind of thing, What do you call it? Triple A sounds or something like that? Is that, I guess maybe that's a genre of sorts. I think Water Dojo you had mentioned before. So, okay, let's see what we got here. Wait, who did you do that? Retro Gamer. When did you say you did that? Just now? Hang on for a second. If it doesn't show up, that means the list has preemptively put you in pole position for the next stream. Anyhow, in the meantime, may we get on with Mr. Park Pal, and then I'll take a look for you, Retro. Park Pal, is you be here? Park Pal. There he is. Everybody say hi to Park Pal. He's hanging out here, lurking like he does. Lurkin' Park Pal wants us to listen to some rock and roll. And we're going to be listening to the Tragically Hip. Name of the song is The Lonely End of the Rink. In honor of Canada winning the Four Nations hockey final last night. Ooh, I know. How was that? A tragically hip tune from the perspective of being a kid growing up and playing goalie, and his dad taking him to the games as being a supporter in the stands nearby. Oh, really? How cool. What a great sport. I love hockey. I played for 20 years. You guys don't know that. That's why I have... Ever notice why that tooth is a different color than the rest? Yeah, I took a hip check against the boards and knocked my teeth out. Yeah. That I got nailed. That was it. Okay, let's do this. This is Park Pal's suggestion, The Tragically Hip, The Lonely End of the Rink. Yeah, I played, but I was a defense. I was a poke checker and everything, but man, I was too small. I was getting my ass handed to me. Boing. Right, here we go. All of Washington. Loving this.
I looked up and you were there, just sitting there all alone, holding your fist in the air, like if you need me, you're on your own.
I like this, man. And this was released 6 years ago, but it's got some really great nostalgic tone to it.
You drove me home through a snowy tomb, and I fell asleep in my seat.
I love how the bass is holding it together for this section.
You were there just staring at me at the lonely end of the rain.
I love when you hear the tambourine. You just don't hear enough tambourine anymore. I have a fever.
I hear your voice cross a frozen lake, voice from the end of a leaf, saying you won't die of 1,000 fakes, or be beaten by the sweetest of deeds.
It's a little bit of the Police in there. Just a little bit. I love this, man. This is real raw. This is real rock. A little bit of a European flair in it, though.
As the season builds, jump into the rush.
Nice musical arrangements of the guitar there.
He drove me home through a snowy gloom, and I fell asleep in my seat. I had the dream of having no room. You were there just staring at me. At the lonely end of the ring, you and me. At the lonely end of the ring, you and me. At the lonely end of the ring, you and me. At the lonely end of the ring, the lonely end of the ring.
That was a kick-ass track. That was really super solid rock, full stop. And but it did have a little bit of a European-ish kind of vibe to it. I don't know why that kind of sticks out, but that was a really great track. And I guess I've done a couple from them before. You know, yeah, there was a little bit of Surge in there as well. And also, somebody said it earlier, and I was thinking of it, and I couldn't remember it because I couldn't remember it. Modest Mouse, you know, something like that. It had that kind of vibe, you know, and I really dug that. But I also like the arrangements. Even though this is what I consider this is rock, it doesn't have to be dark or anything like that. There were some really nice arrangements going on with the guitars. So I thought that was badass.